There's one fantasy need I want the Packers to address, and this video breaks it down. Let's get it. All right, let's go over the depth chart currently right now for the Green Bay Packers so that we can see who I believe is the #1 need for this football team. We're going to be picking between the quarterback, the running back, the wide receiver, and the tight end. We're not going to be picking any offensive lineman as the biggest need because you don't draft them for your fantasy teams. I want to make sure I'm helping your team win. So I need to see what the Packers need to help boost your fantasy team. So let's kind of break down the depth chart right now of the Packers. Looking at the depth chart at quarterback right now, we have Jordan Love and Danny Etling. Now, Jordan Love did take over for Aaron Rodgers. He is suspected to be the day one starter for this football team. Do I think Jordan Love is a good quarterback? Absolutely not. Do I think you should draft him in your fantasy team? Absolutely not. Do I think he's going to be successful in the NFL? Absolutely not. But I think he's a stopgap kind of guy. They drafted him to be the guy. I think they're going to give him every opportunity to succeed on this football team before they move along. Let's go over to the running back position at the depth chart. As you can see right now, Aaron Jones is leading the way, then A.J. Dillon, Patrick Taylor, and Tyler Goodson. Now, Aaron Jones kind of getting long in the tooth a little bit. He's going to be the running back there for the future. He recently signed a contract with them, so he's probably going to be there for another year or two. He's probably not going to be losing Aaron Rodgers, but it is what it is. He's the main go-to guy right there. And then they have a good running back behind him in A.J. Dillon. I think they've got some depth there. So running back, they're pretty solid as of right now. Let's look at the wide receiver position right now, and you can see Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Samori Toure, Jeff Cotton, Bo Melton, Khalif Raymond. These are the wide receivers we see. We've seen Christian Watson was drafted last year, same as Doubs. They both came in here and they did really, really well. Watson, he probably needs to do a little bit better with his hands, but he's trying to build a rapport now with Jordan Love. So I think he did pretty good with Aaron Rodgers for the most part. He had a little bit of an injury history last year, but if he can fix that up, he should be the surefire #1 wide receiver for Jordan Love. They're both young. They both can kind of do something. We'll see what happens. I do like Christian Watson for fantasy football. I do like Romeo Doubs for fantasy football because I think they're going to be throwing a lot. It's going to be a negative game script. They should get a lot of opportunities to succeed. Let's look at the tight end position, go over the depth chart. As of right now, we have Josiah DeGuara and Tyler Davis as tight ends, aka a bunch of nobodies. So they need some help there as well. But after now that we went through the whole depth chart of the Green Bay Packers, who do I believe is the most #1 need fantasy-wise for this team? It's going to be the tight end position. Like I said, there is a bunch of no names at this tight end position, and Jordan Love, being a brand new quarterback, being starting here, he needs to have a safety blanket. And what better way to have a safety blanket than to draft a tight end? They need wide receiver depth. They need to draft some running backs because Aaron Jones is not going to be there forever. They need depth there. I think Jordan Love isn't the answer. I think they need a quarterback as well. But I think the #1 need, because I think the Packers will be going for Jordan Love as kind of their quarterback, at least for this year. Probably next year, they've got to get him that tight end safety blanket. This draft is loaded at tight end. There's a really good opportunity for the Packers to take one. Even Michael Mayer could be a good spot for them in the first round to take that tight end there, and I think that would be really good for that team. So, but this is the breakdown for the Green Bay Packers. We're coming out with this great series. We're going to talk about the #1 fantasy need that I believe for each NFL team. If you guys like this content, want to help win yourself a championship, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. What do you believe is the #1 team for the Green Bay Packers? Hit the like button. I'd really, really appreciate it. But I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.